Hi guys, this is my diary for the week. Today is going to be a little short. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry about this, but I just have my first exam this week. It's this Thursday, and I've been studying like crazy for it, and I still feel so unprepared. I have been trying out different study methods this week because the information is like 20 times what you learn in college or how much you have to study in college. So you just have to change your study methods a lot. Like before, for like a lot of my class, neuroscience and biology classes, I would not go to class and listen to lectures online, and that worked for me in college, and it worked for a lot of people in our neuroscience classes, but I don't think that's going to work for me in medical school just because there's so much information that I think it helps me stay disciplined to go to class. And I also don't see that many people if I stay home and listen to lectures, and I don't like that. I like, interacting with people daily, so that's another reason I go to lectures. You learn a lot from your classmates. You don't miss things if you go to class. So the only trade-off for that is that sometimes it feels like a little bit that you could be using your time in a better way if some classes if some teachers you're not getting that much from by being in class. But I think for me, it's worth it to go to class. And if you go to class, if you guys are going to class right now, make sure you're there and you listen. There's no point in going to class if you're going to go and not pay attention. You might as well not go, But the way you're going to be most successful is if you learn best in class, go to class and listen, get enough sleep so that you can, pay attention, and get enough food so you can your brain will actually work. Take really good notes. Ask your teachers questions right after class so you don't forget the questions later. Those questions are going to be something important for the test, I bet you. But so figure out your study strategy if you're studying right now, and I will figure out mine. And I will see you guys for next week's diary. Next week's is going to be about the medical school application, which will be helpful for if you're in any year of college, because you kind of need a plan to apply for medical school because you apply a year ahead of time. So you have to take the MCAT before you apply, and you have to take all your pre-med classes so that you know what's going on in the MCAT. So it kind of takes some time, or it takes a little bit of a knowledge about the process to be able to plan what classes you're going to take even in your first and second years. So I'll be doing a video about that. That'll be helpful for a lot of people. And then about gap years. And then I'm going to do a video about my grades in college. That's going to be kind of a difficult video for me to do because that's a difficult topic for me to talk about. I told you guys that I got not great grades in my freshman year and half of my sophomore year. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about it because a lot of you have been asking me about your GPA and how to improve your medical school application, and if I think that you guys are going to get into med school. And I'm not an expert about who's going to get into med school, but I can only tell you about my experience, which was that I did really bad in my freshman and half my sophomore year in like a way that I wouldn't have gotten into med school if I continued that way. But I just made a decision right then that I knew I wanted to be a doctor. So I just changed my whole life completely, my whole studying method, and and so I started getting way better grades. And so I can tell you guys about what I did and what I changed. And then I'm gonna have to do the same thing right now, is change my study method. But since I've already gone through it once, I'm not so stressed out right now. So it's okay to do bad, it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail sometimes. It'll only prepare you better for later in life. And that is the biggest thing that I learned in college, is that it's okay to make mistakes as long as you don't give up. That's the worst thing you can do, is give up on something you really want, on your dream. You don't do that. You don't give up. You find a way to figure it out. So that's my small piece of advice for the week, and I will let you guys know how my test went next week, and wish me good luck. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you next week.